Hey guys, a few days ago I made a video about the Leica D-Lux 8 and you asked me a bunch of great questions, so I want to do this follow-up video to answer as many questions as I can. Here we go. First thing is, I said that the Leica D-Lux 7 did not have RAW files. What I meant is it did not have support for DNG files. The Leica D-Lux 8 now has it. Is the EVF OLED and is it the same resolution? The resolution is the same, 2.76 million dots, and yes, it is an OLED EVF. Is there phase detect? The autofocus does not have phase detect. It is contrast based like the previous model, so that did not change. What processor does this camera have, Maestro or Venus? To be honest, I have no idea. I asked Leica, I didn't hear back yet. I will write it in the comment section below, but I'm pretty sure it's the same as the D-Lux 7. Where is the camera made? This camera was made in China. You can see it in the bottom plate here. It says clearly, made in China. What are the video specs? Is there log? Is there 422, 10-bit? My answer is very, very simple. There's none of this. You can record in a specific Leica profile. There is not a lot of options to choose from in the menus in terms of video settings. So that is pretty basic, and you can shoot up to 30p in 4K, or you can shoot Full HD 60p. So those are basically the video settings that you will be able to change, and that is it. How well does it do for video and audio? The best way to show you is to show you a clip that I shot outdoor. Here you go. Quick info, there is no IBIS in this camera that I know of. I didn't see any information about that, but I do know that there is OIS. You can turn it on and off when you're in the video settings, so that's one thing that's good. And otherwise, I'm on a gimbal now. This is to test the audio, to test the focusing, see if it's tracking my face or not. There is no screen that can come out to check my focus, my exposure. So this really isn't a vlogging camera. I didn't mention this in my original video, but there is now a little screw button that you can put here on the shutter, so you can put your own shutter button. That's a minor detail, but I think it's cool. Was the screen improved versus the Leica D-Lux 7? Yes, the screen now has 1.84 million dots as compared to 1.24 million dots, so it is a bit better. What is the price? I did not talk about the price simply because it will depend based on where you live. But the information that I got is that it's going to cost around 1,500 euros. Is there a tethering feature? Well, this is not really the type of camera that you would use with tethering. I mean, you could, but it is not a studio camera and it is very, very compact. I tried to connect this to Lightroom. I wasn't able to make it work with my tethering setup that I normally use for the Leica Q3 or the SL2S. So I don't think you'll be able to tether this camera to a computer. How does the black and white files look? Do they look like real Leica files? My answer is yes. You have the black and white high contrast HC, and they look great. I mean, I feel like they're like-alike. I mean, when I shoot those, I normally tend to underexpose a lot, like I do in my SL2S or on the Q3, but the files look very, very good. So I think they do look great. You can see some examples as I speak, nothing too fancy, but it gives you a little idea as to how your files can look using black and white. Is there an internal ND filter? The answer is no, there's no ND filter on this camera. There, I hope I answered all the questions you had. If you have more, write it down in the comment section below. I'll answer it gladly. If you like my content, consider subscribing so you don't miss any of my future videos that can be very helpful to you. And I see you in the next one. Until then, keep taking great shots and see you soon. Cheers.